Hello, most welcome to 2120. And today we continue with laughter yoga.
Laughter yoga.
Dr. Madan Kataria. See if we can have a sharp on that one.
No, it's not sharp. It's unfocused.
Unfocused, I wonder why. There.
Now it's better.
In front of my face, it needs to be.
Yes.
So we start talking about health benefits. There are numerous health benefits with laughter. Actually, disease and sickness, as according to a person I know who's a psychologist, says often that people are depressed or sick in another way, neurotic, they seldom laugh. It's hard to say which is the trigger or what is the reason. Could be well thought out to say that laughter could be the reason for the illness. Think about it that way instead. That the lack of laughter is what causes the problems, not the other way around, that it is a symptom. The laughter cocktail. Laughter triggers the release of a cocktail of chemicals and hormones that are extremely beneficial and crucial to good health.
Cocktail. Yummy.
This includes natural killer, NK cells,
Yeah.
endorphins, serotonin, growth hormone, interferon gamma, and a host of other beneficial chemicals that are produced every time we laugh heartily for extended period.
Natura killer. I'm a natura killer.
Laughter boosts the immune responses, particularly components related to antiviral and anti-tumor defense. It diminishes the secretion of cortisol and epinephrine while enhancing immune reactivity. It boosts secretion of the growth hormone, which enhances key immune responses. The physiological effects of a single laughter session can last 24 hours.
Hallelujah.
And regular sessions can produce profound and long-lasting changes. It also reduces the symptoms of depression and prevents many diseases and disorders caused by chronic stress. Endorphins. These are our body's natural painkillers. The name means morphine made by the body. By the body? Oh no! By the body. With whom the body? Laughter stimulates production of endorphins, which create a pleasant high feeling and also act as an effective painkiller. Beta endorphins produce a sense of well-being, reduce pain, ease emotional distress, increase self-esteem, and even create a sense of euphoria. Serotonin. This makes you feel mellow, relaxed, hopeful, and optimistic. You have a sense of being at peace with life. You are creative, thoughtful, and focused. You also have better control over impulses, which enables you to say no more easily. And up we go. hormone. This increases calcium retention, strengthens and increases the mineralizations of bones. It increases muscle mass and protein synthesis and growth of different organ systems, resulting in a positive nitrogen balance. Wow! The hormone stimulates the immune system and improves liver and digestive functions besides reducing body fat.
Body fat.
Body fat.
Body fat. No
A
fat.
recent medical study has shown that growth hormone levels increased by 87% after laughter.
Oi, 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 we need...
NK cells. These are best known for their capacity to kill tumors cells before they become established cancers. They're also important in controlling microbial infections and viral attacks. NK cells are the first line of defense against cancer and infectious diseases. They constitute a major component of the immune system and defend the body against viruses and other pathogens.
Pathogens.
Psychoneuroimmunology studies have concluded that laughter dramatically and immediately increases the number of NK cells.
Oi, 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 oi. IQ cells.
IFN. This activates T cells, B cells, immunoglobulins, and NK cells. It
Not
helps
prison
to fight
cells.
viruses. And regulates cell growth. It fights tumor cells, including cancer.
Hallelujah.
Blood samples taken before and during and after laughter exercises have shown a significant increase in IFN levels, lasting into the following day. Wow. A confession.
Oi, oi, oi. A confession.
Dominique Toulet, New Caledonia.
No, Hans, you should say, Father, I have a confession to make.
Ah, indeed. Father. I work as a conference interpreter from English to French. It is a profession recognized for being stressful. I sometimes work with heads of states and the like, and the work can be a real source of stress, particularly when the stakes are really high. As a laughter yoga teacher, I systematically devote half an hour to breathing and half an hour to laughter meditation before each conference.
Oi.
I find it boosts my confidence more than anything else. I go to work happy, calm, and ready to deliver the best of my abilities with no fear. No fear!
No fear!
Stage fright or negative feeling to affect my performance. Laughter is the best mood and confidence enhancer I know of.
Oi, 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 oi.
Linda Leclerc, Canada. I tell people that laughter helps reduce stress levels and relieve tension. Whenever I feel nervous before meeting a new group or making a presentation, I look myself in the bathroom and do my survival routine exercises. A few deep breaths, 2 to 3 minutes of silent laughter, stretching and breathing. Then I do 1 minute of lion laughter.
Boo!
Boo! I take a few deep breaths and I'm ready to go. Every time I do this, it's like a discovery for me. It really works. Fantastic!
Lion laughter! Should we
Laughter
end?
yoga for the next chapter. We already chapter a whopping step for mankind, I hope to say, or whopping 17. Laughter yoga for wellness. The demand
Wellness.
for laughter yoga has grown exponentially in the last 2 decades. More and more people want to be involved with it because they are motivated by the health benefits it offers. People want to practice laughter yoga on a daily basis, which is leading to an increase in the number of social laughter clubs around the world. Laughter yoga can also be called instant yoga because people feel the benefits from the very first session, and it triggers an improvement in physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Hooray!
Hooray!
The benefits of laughter yoga can be divided into 2 categories: preventive and therapeutic. It has all the elements of a perfect health-building activity. It is not the concept or the philosophy which attracts people. It is what they get and how it benefits them. Very nice put. In this chapter, we will talk about the preventive benefits of laughter, how it helps to improve quality of life and contributes to personal growth. Laughter yoga for fitness.
Oi, oi, oi.
One of the reasons people fall sick is lack of exercise. Also, most exercise programs become monotonous and boring after a while. People don't feel motivated to continue the exercises, which are a lot of hard work. This is why we call it a workout. It has been found that most treadmill machines are used regularly for 2 months, after which they are used to hang clothes. Horrible, I've seen that. One of the great things about laughter yoga is that one can enjoy benefits similar to any other aerobic exercise. That too without sweating it out on the jogging track. Moreover, laughter exercises are a lot of fun for the person practicing it as well as for those who are watching. Best cardio workout.
Oi, 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 bum, 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 bum. No, that was a shark.
As life becomes more sedentary and stressful, people find it hard to stick to an exercise routine, making laughter yoga an ideal alternative. It can be compared to any other aerobic exercise, except that you don't have to wear fancy shoes or clothes. You don't need to slog on a treadmill or the jogging track. Just laugh towards a fitter and healthier you. According to Dr. William Fry, a professor of psychology and a pioneer researcher on laughter at Stanford University, 10 minutes of hearty laughter is equal to 30 minutes on the rowing machine. Can you believe it?
Row, 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 row. Boom, 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 boom,
This is
boom.
with respect to cardiopulmonary endurance. Laughter yoga is ideal for busy professionals who have very little time to exercise. 20 minutes of laughter yoga can give you results similar to that of an hour in the gym. Oh my God. Aerobic exercise. Laughter yoga exercises are devised to facilitate blood vessels and improve pumping of the heart, thereby increasing blood circulation. It is like internal jogging that massages and promotes circulation to the digestive and lymphatic systems. It flushes the body and organs of waste products, leaving us ready to perform our best. Impact of laughter yoga on belly muscles, a German study. A TV film in Germany showed one group of people doing laughter exercises and another group doing calisthenics. The objective was to do a comparative study on the impact of laughter yoga on the belly muscles. The study was conducted by Dr. Heiko Wagener, a professor at the University of Münster. And guess what? The laughter group showed greater mobilization of the low-lying muscles than the group doing calisthenics exercises.
Oi, 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 oi,
Oh
oi, oi,
dear.
oi, 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 oi.
The participants of the laughter group belonged to the laughter club of Neuss and were led by Veronica and Gisela Dombrovski. The research was targeted to see how impact of laughter exercises on the abdominal muscles. Those who suffer from backaches have weak abdominal muscles, which lead to a protruded belly. This puts additional pressure on the spine, leading to a herniation of discs and spasms in the back muscles. Those suffering from chronic backaches are advised abdominal toning exercises. The German studies show that laughter exercises activate abdominal wall muscles better than crunches. Oh dear. And we step to the next. Oh, we already finished. Well, let's put a, or should we go into a film?
End
Yeah, we can put a pause
of
there.
chapter 17. End chapter 17. And crunches is the last word. Crunches.
Branches.
When you do laughter yoga, you can throw away your crunches.
Yeah. And it's 2021.
Yes.
2020.
Yes, 140 page. And
I do see 18 other ones. Oh, we discussed this earlier, so I can recommend people to go back to those episodes where we talked about the two different muscle groups, muscle group T1 and T2. To normal human beings in modern day and age, there is a development towards the fast twitch muscles. These muscles are the ones that make stress, and these muscles are also connected to a similar nerve called N2s that react preemptively. And that means that when we are in the system of stress, we are also in a non-laughing situation, and we will also be changed toward T2. So our whole system will be T2, fast twitch muscles group fear and fly response. This response cannot be stopped any other way than by laughter, because laughter opens up the pulmonary and belly region, and makes it possible for the T1 muscles, the posture muscles, to take over. You cannot train the posture muscles by doing crunches or weightlifting or any muscular training at the gym whatsoever. But they can only not be trained by laughter. The reason for that is they open up. Laughter do open up. And the opening up is what makes for the training, not the closing in. Normal training is closing in, looking serious, looking grave. We mentioned an Australian researcher in neurology earlier. I've forgotten his name now. It will come to me. I will put a point here. He looked at training, and serious training where you look exhausted and look like you're going to die or suffer is also bringing a lot of stress to the body system. Stress and tear situation. So it is dangerous with serious training. It is dangerous, as we looked at earlier. Serious education is an absolute danger. And as we now today, we are all suffering in I would call it a cult, because it's not voluntary, you can't escape it. But the cult of seriousness, the idea that if you're serious, you're doing something to improve the world. If you hurt yourself in some way, it's very Lutheran, I'm a Swedish guy here, is if you hurt yourself and if you force yourself to different things, that will be helpful for both yourself and especially for others. That is the thinking of the T2 muscles and the N2 neurons. The fear and flight response is the same as guilt and seriousness. The only time a human being doesn't laugh is when he or she is fearful, and we are a culture of fearful beings these days. We feel fear ourselves and we transmit it to others. Some other cultures that are yet not affected of the Newtonian disease, this cult could be called also, or the cult of no laughter, the cult of new humor, the cult of no creativity and invention. If we are in that very cult, we will also lose our ability to laugh in the end. But if you are in another culture where people still laugh, you heal because you get energy from other people. So a good advice is to transport yourself, your body and soul, to a culture where people still laugh heartily for everything. Remember, earlier on in the book, we mentioned that there's estimated that very young people or children are laughing 300 to 400 times a day. People in some cultures, even as adults, do the same thing. It's a constant laughing. It's a tremendous bubbling. It is cheering, joyful. It is sheer bliss. This bliss transports itself to your body system and also to others. It's one of the reasons in these areas of the world where you laugh a lot and where you sort of participate in the laugh together, you grow and age better. These people are the so-called blue zones. I recommend you afterwards you can look into blue zones.
Blue zones.
Blue zones, yeah. They all
Blue.
corresponds to area where laughter is more prevalent, where it's like the normal thing, not chronic seriousness. I can also mention that I participate in art class, and there are two different art classes. One is over serious. People don't laugh, they don't act healthy. That has a bad influence on both themselves and others. So it's double effect. Seriousness is a killer. As we mentioned, the TK cells are killer for cancer. Seriousness is a killer, not only, as we mentioned earlier, academia. It's the reason why the Western world is going down. The Untergang des Abendlandes, as Spengler wrote once upon a time, is happening right now. We are losing knowledge on an incredible basis. If we think we're losing the polar caps, that's nothing compared to how we lose knowledge. People used to accumulate knowledge. So they were wiser the day they died than they were born. Now it's the opposite. Now we give up creativity and knowledge when we grow older, when we pass youthhood, and thereby we are losing knowledge. So laughter is an opener, is the portal to heaven, just literally, and St. Pete. It's the bliss of growing. And to quote, what was her name? The fractal lady. Names are escaping me now. My brain is not what it used to be. Well, at least not today. Kelly, if you remember the fractal lady that you were in contact with, having a soul is growing. So a soul is not an existent, it's not a permanent existence, it's the actual growth that is the soul. That you become larger, more knowingly for each day. This is the soul, it's the actual growing. And if there is no growth, there is no soul. Soul is nothing, it's not like a thing. I wouldn't say not even this is a thing. I'm now holding a staple in front of me. You can see, I don't know why it's so clouded. The growth, that is the soul. When you grow, you are a soul. And when a plant doesn't grow, it's dead. When you don't grow, you are dead. Laughter is life. And we will at some point, maybe next 2122, look into spin. Shows that the action nature of reality. Yeah, spin. It's not an exercise. I know something is called spinning. I think it's bicycling. But spin is the actual structure of reality. And if we're not spinning ourselves, we are not in concordance with reality. We are going somewhere else. We're going into ourselves, or whatever that could be. We are not active participants in the play of life, because it is a play. You are very right to point out that Dr. Madan Kataria, in a single word, described the goodness of laughter yoga as play. It is play. Because
Play.
serious is to be playful, but only serious is being ridiculous. Exaggerated, stern, non-humorous position. A professor of mine once said, his name was Stretton Tabor. If he hears this, please respond. Of Oxford, he said that the only face of stupidity is seriousness. That's the only face. There's no other way of being stupid. It's being serious. So laughter is the antidote of anti-knowledge. It is knowledge. It is the soul. It's the growth. It's being alive. Please come in, Kalle.
Yes, indeed. Laughter is play is the key word.
Yeah.
Let's say what unites the most important thought experiment in quantum physics, Schrödinger's cat, is a play. And I think that Schrödinger had a lot of fun when doing the thought experiment.
Definitely.
And this is what joins quantum physics with laughter yoga, is the idea of play.
Yeah.
But let me give you a personal example. I finished now today, actually, the yoga laughter course. So now I am officially, since today, a yoga laughter teacher. Thank you, love.
Congratulations, Kalle.
Thank you.
That is enormously
So,
good news.
and we are now I can give you a personal example how the laughter course has benefited me. So in these last 15 days, I woke up 4:30 a.m.
Oh dear.
4:30 a.m. So I slept much less than usually. So instead of the usual 8 hours, I have slept in average only 6 hours and 40 minutes.
Wow, much
And
better.
I have more energy than usual. And I don't feel, I can be yawning in normal cases, but now I have a lot of energy. So I have saved 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Oh.
So, given all the benefits mentioned in this chapter that we read together, I don't understand why people don't buy laughter yoga. But I think that people think it's too silly to be true.
I think the arguments coming from Ian McGilchrist and his extensive research, actually the biggest one ever made, goes to prove that seriousness is a rather new phenomenon, or new. It's no older than 3 centuries. It started out in the late 18th century. It's a new thing, and it was noted at that time. And being down and being depressed and being bored are all new things, did not exist before. So, of course, 3 centuries makes up for a pretty strong habit, but it could be very helpful to visit another culture where we're still natural, where they are still laughing and corresponding to each other. Because when you have laughter, people are opening up onto each other as well. That's an important factor to be noted, to be added to this one. Because without laughter, we are actually showing indirect aggression to others. It is perceived as a form of aggression not to greet other people, strangers, foes, friends, whatever, without a smile. It's conceived, according to Dr. Paul Ekman, as a threat. A threatening behavior of a dog is not to say hello to the other dog. That's enough. So listen up the Nordic countries where we don't usually say hello. It could be a good idea to do that.
That's America.
It's going back to your natural state, because once you develop the T1 and the N1 muscle and respective neurons, you become what a human being is, dominated by these type of muscles and neurons. That's the only way to start a sound life. You need to have your bodily disposition, mental disposition this way. And then you are truly a soul, because the soul is the growing thing. What grows? Do you remember the name of the fractal researcher that you were in contact with, Kalle?
No,
You
I
exchanged some
don't.
emails. She was the one with the fractal book.
Yes, vaguely. This was over
She
2
had a
years
Slavic
ago.
name, Yakov or something, but she was from the US. I don't remember her name. I will find it out, but she showed that.
Yes, we discussed the role of memory.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Fractal is growing. All fractals are growing. So maybe the only thing that's not growing in the real world now are human beings in the West. The only thing that.
Sure. Absolutely.
And then even physics itself grows. The quantum physicists had humor in the backside. This is the symbol of yin and yang. It's a complementarity symbol, but it's also a humor symbol because they are impossible to put into one thing without humor. Humor is the only sense where we can embrace contradictions. This is the Heraclitean way. And Heraclite was not an Englishman from London. He was a Greek. Be happy and have laughter with you. What do you say, Kalle? Should we make a wrap of it?
Yes.
Let's see here. Well, it's good for health, it's good for the soul, it's good for others, it's good for humanity as a whole. And I would like to say thank you for everyone who is listening in. Thank you also for our new guest, Alisa.
Thank
I have
you.
time to introduce myself. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye, let's laugh.
Did I just ask you where you're calling in from?
Texas, United
Texas.
States.
Okay, I flew over Texas not long ago. Good to hear from you. You take care. Thanks everyone for laughing, listening, and have a good time. I say thank you very much for now and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.